Ever wondered where the Cajun culture, famous for its unique cuisine and music, originated? Well, let's unravel this intriguing tale. The Cajuns are descendants of the Acadians, a group of people who once settled in the northeastern region of North America, what we now know as Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. But their story begins even further back, across the Atlantic in France. In the early 17th century, French settlers began to establish themselves in Acadia, a region in northeastern Canada. These settlers, who later became known as Acadians, had to adapt to a new environment, creating a unique way of life heavily influenced by the indigenous Mi'kmaq people, the harsh climate, and the rugged terrain. However, their peaceful existence was disrupted in the mid-18th century during the Great Upheaval, or Le Grand Dérangement as they called it. The British, who had taken control of the region, demanded the Acadians swear an oath of allegiance to the British crown. The Acadians, wishing to remain neutral in the ongoing British-French conflicts, refused. The British did not take kindly to this refusal. In a series of events that spanned a decade, the Acadians were forcibly removed from their homes. Families were torn apart, and their communities were destroyed. This period of displacement, marked with hardship and loss, is a significant chapter in the Cajun narrative. After years of wandering, many of these displaced Acadians found refuge in the Spanish-ruled Louisiana territory. Welcomed by the Spanish government, they settled in the swampy, mosquito-infested areas of southern Louisiana, areas that other settlers avoided. Here, they once again adapted to a new environment, developing the vibrant Cajun culture we know today. The name Cajun is a linguistic twist from the word Acadian. In the local vernacular, Acadian was pronounced Acajun, which eventually morphed into Cajun. So, the Cajun journey begins in France, meanders through Canada, and finally finds a home in Louisiana. Imagine being forcefully uprooted from your home. That's exactly what the Cajuns experienced in the 18th century. This period, known as the Great Upheaval or Le Grand Dérangement, marked a pivotal point in Cajun history. It unfolded when the British took control of Acadia, a French colony in Canada in the early 18th century. The Acadians, as they were then known, were a peaceful farming community, but their allegiance to France put them at odds with the British crown. In 1755, the British demanded the Acadians swear an oath of loyalty to the British king, a demand the Acadians could not accept, given their French roots and Catholic faith. This refusal led to drastic measures from the British. They began to forcefully expel the Acadians from their homeland in a series of events that unfolded over a decade. Families were torn apart, properties seized, and entire communities devastated. The Acadians were loaded onto ships, many of which were ill-equipped for such voyages. They were sent off to unknown lands, with many perishing during the torturous journey due to disease, starvation, and the harsh conditions at sea. Those who survived found themselves scattered across the globe, from England and France to the Caribbean. A significant number of them ended up in what is now known as Louisiana, then a Spanish colony. Welcomed by the Spanish officials, these displaced Acadians found a new home in the bayous and prairies of Louisiana, far from the cold climes of Acadia. Over time, these Acadian exiles became known as Cajuns, a corruption of the word Acadian. The Great Upheaval was a period of immense suffering and loss, but it also resulted in the birth of a vibrant, resilient community. The Cajuns, despite their traumatic past, managed to create a unique culture, blending their French roots with the influences of their new home. This mass displacement, known as the Great Upheaval, forever shaped Cajun history and culture. Once in Louisiana, the Cajuns began to build a new life, creating a culture that was a melting pot of influences. The early years of the Cajuns in their new home were anything but easy. The swamplands and bayous of Louisiana were a stark contrast to the fertile farmlands of Acadia they had left behind. Yet the Cajuns were not disheartened. They adapted to their environment, using the resources they had at hand. They built their homes on stilts to protect against flooding, and they turned to the waterways for sustenance, fishing and trapping to supplement their diet. The bayous and swamps, initially seen as hostile, eventually became their lifeline. The Cajuns did not isolate themselves. They interacted with the local population, including the Native Americans, the French Creoles, and the Spanish settlers. This interaction led to the creation of a unique Cajun culture, a blend of Acadian, French, Spanish, and Native American traditions. Cajun music, a lively blend of French ballads, Irish fiddles, German accordions, and African rhythms, echoed through the bayous, while their kitchens simmered with the aroma of gumbo and jambalaya, dishes that were a fusion of French, Spanish, and African cuisines. Their language, too, evolved. Cajun French, a distinct dialect, emerged, peppered with words borrowed from Spanish and Native American languages. The Cajuns' religious beliefs, deeply rooted in Catholicism, were also influenced by local customs, leading to unique traditions like the Mardi Gras celebrations. Despite being marginalized and facing attempts to suppress their language and culture, the Cajuns held on to their identity. They continued to speak Cajun French, practice their traditions, and pass them on to the next generations. They were a resilient people, building a life in a land that was initially foreign but became home. Their resilience was rewarded. Today, the Cajun culture is celebrated, not just in Louisiana, but around the world. Its music, food, and traditions widely recognized and appreciated. Despite the challenges, the Cajuns carved out a distinct identity in their new homeland. They created a vibrant culture that is a testament to their spirit and tenacity, a culture that continues to thrive and adapt, just as the Cajuns themselves did all those years ago. Cajun culture is a feast for the senses with its vibrant music and mouth-watering cuisine. Let's embark on a savory journey to the heart of Cajun culinary heritage, where the food is as rich and diverse as the people themselves. Cajun cuisine is a rustic, hearty style of cooking that has evolved from the resourcefulness of early Cajun settlers. They made use of the ingredients abundant in the bayous and the Gulf of Mexico, creating a cuisine that's synonymous with Louisiana today. Take gumbo, for instance. This hearty soup-stew hybrid is a staple of Cajun cuisine, featuring a dark roux and a mix of meats and seafood. The name gumbo is derived from the West African word for okra, a key ingredient in the dish. And then there's jambalaya, a one-pot wonder filled with rice, meat, and vegetables, which reflects the fusion of French, Spanish, and West African influences in Cajun cooking. Crawfish étouffée, boudin, andouille, red beans, and rice. The list goes on, with each dish offering a flavorful glimpse into the unique Cajun way of life. These dishes have become so popular, they're now considered quintessential American comfort food. But the Cajun influence doesn't stop at food. Music, too, has been significantly shaped by this vibrant culture. The toe-tapping, accordion-led rhythms of Cajun music can be traced back to the ballads of the medieval French troubadours, with a dash of influence from the Creoles, Native Americans, and African Americans. Cajun music is often divided into two main types. The first is the string band tradition, which is more folk-oriented, and the second is the more contemporary zydeco, which blends blues, rhythm and blues, and music indigenous to the Louisiana Creoles and the native people of Louisiana. Zydeco, in particular, is a music genre that's uniquely Cajun. It's a lively blend of French dance melodies, Caribbean music, and blues, played on accordion and a frottoir or rubboard in Cajun French. Whether it's the soul-stirring tunes of a Zydeco band or the irresistible aroma of a simmering gumbo, the Cajun influence is undeniable and far-reaching. It's a testament to their resilience and creativity, a culture that has managed to preserve its unique identity while leaving an indelible mark on the broader American landscape. So, the next time you find yourself tapping your feet to the infectious beat of a Zydeco tune, or savoring a spoonful of spicy, comforting gumbo, take a moment to appreciate the rich cultural tapestry that has contributed to these experiences. Cajun culture, with its rich, flavorful cuisine and foot-tapping music, is a testament to their resilience and creativity. The Cajun language is a fascinating blend of Old French, English, and Native American influences. This vibrant language, known as Cajun French, is an integral part of Louisiana's cultural tapestry. It's a delightful mix of phrases and words that echo the history and heart of the Cajun people. Let's dive into some unique Cajun French words and phrases. They are a testament to the Cajuns' resilience and adaptability, reflecting influences from numerous cultures and languages over time. First up, we have lagniappe. This word, pronounced lagniappe, is a little something extra given by a merchant to a customer at the time of purchase. It's a small token of appreciation, a nod to the Cajuns' generous spirit. Next, we have fay dodo, pronounced fay dodo. The phrase translates to go to sleep and is used to refer to a Cajun dance party. The story goes that mothers would rock their babies to sleep in a separate room while the rest of the party dances the night away. It's a testament to the Cajuns' love for music, dance, and community. Then there's cher, pronounced sha, a term of endearment meaning dear or darling, used to express affection. It encapsulates the warmth and camaraderie that is characteristic of the Cajun community. And we can't forget bayou, pronounced BU. This term refers to a slow-moving stream or a marshy lake. Louisiana, with its network of bayous, is a testament to this word's significance in the Cajun lexicon. Another interesting word is gris-gris, pronounced gris-gris, which refers to a voodoo charm used for protection or to inflict harm. It's a nod to the Cajuns' complex blend of religious and spiritual beliefs. Then we have boudin, pronounced boudin. This is a type of sausage made from pork, rice, and spices. It's a staple of Cajun cuisine, reflecting their knack for creating hearty, flavorful dishes. And finally, zydeco, pronounced zydeco, is a genre of music native to Louisiana's Creole and Cajun communities. It's a vibrant blend of blues, R&B, and music indigenous to the Louisiana Creoles and the native people of Louisiana. These are but a sample of the unique words and phrases that make up the Cajun French language. Each word, each phrase tells a story, paints a picture of the Cajuns' journey, their history, their cultural influences, and their way of life. These Cajun phrases offer a glimpse into their unique culture and way of life. They are a testament to a people who have held onto their roots while adapting to the changing tides of time, painting a vibrant tapestry of language that continues to thrive in the heart of Louisiana. Cajun surnames carry with them stories of their past. They are more than just identifiers, they are vibrant threads woven into the rich tapestry of Cajun history. At number 10, we have Broussard. This surname derives from the French word brossard, meaning in the brush, a reference to those who live near brushes or shrubs. Broussard is a symbol of the Cajuns' close ties with the natural world. Next, at number 9, LeBlanc graces our list. Translating to the white, LeBlanc might have been a nickname for someone with white hair or a particularly light complexion. It's a testament to the Cajuns' French origins and their penchant for descriptive nicknames. 8th on our list is Thibodeau. This surname, with its distinctive Cajun spelling, has roots in the French name Thibodeau, which means bold people. It's a fitting descriptor for the resilient Cajun community that has weathered numerous trials throughout history. At number 7, we find Hébert. This name, pronounced Hébert in Cajun French, comes from the Germanic elements hari, meaning army, and barat, meaning bright. It speaks to the strength and resilience that characterizes the Cajun people. Next up at number 6 is Boudreau. This name has roots in the Old French boudior, meaning messenger. Boudreau reflects the Cajuns' role as cultural ambassadors, sharing their rich traditions with the world. Halfway through our list, at number 5, we have Guidry. This surname originates from the Old French word guider, meaning to guide. It's a nod to the navigational skills of the Cajuns, who often found their way through Louisiana's intricate waterways. The 4th most common Cajun surname is Landry. It comes from the Germanic elements land, meaning land, and rec, meaning powerful ruler. It's a testament to the Cajuns' enduring connection to the land they call home. At number 3, we find Fontenot. This surname, which means fountain or spring in Old French, symbolizes the refreshing and revitalizing spirit of the Cajun culture. Our runner-up at number 2 is Cormier. This name, derived from the Old French cormier, meaning a type of cherry tree, might have been used to denote someone who lived near such a tree. It's another nod to the Cajuns' deep-rooted connection with nature. Finally, at number 1, the most common Cajun last name is Trahan. The name comes from the Old French Trahan, meaning to pull, to tug. It's a fitting metaphor for the Cajun community's history of perseverance and hard work, pulling together to overcome adversity. These surnames are a living link to the Cajuns' rich heritage. They reflect the community's resilience, its connection with the land, and its enduring cultural legacy. Each name is a testament to the vibrant and fascinating story of the Cajun people. World War II brought unique challenges and opportunities for the Cajun community. As the world plunged into a cataclysmic conflict, the Cajuns, like all Americans, were called to serve their country, both on the battlefield and on the home front. In the military, Cajun men enlisted in droves, driven by a deep sense of patriotism and duty. Their unique cultural background often played a part in their service. Many Cajun soldiers found themselves in special operations, particularly in the European theater. Their fluency in French, a skill passed down through generations, was a valuable asset in facilitating communication with French resistance fighters and local populations. Back home in Louisiana, the war brought about significant changes. Many Cajun women entered the workforce for the first time, taking up jobs in factories and shipyards to support the war effort. This shift, while temporary, had a profound impact on the Cajun society, challenging traditional gender roles and paving the way for greater social mobility. The war also led to greater exposure of the Cajuns to the wider American society. As soldiers from other parts of the country were stationed in Louisiana for training, they got a taste of the Cajun culture, its rich cuisine, lively music, and the warm hospitality of its people. This exposure helped to break down some of the stereotypes and prejudices that had long plagued the Cajun community. Meanwhile, the influx of military spending into the region spurred economic growth. Infrastructure improved, businesses flourished, and the Cajuns, who had long been marginalized, began to experience increased prosperity. But the war was not without its hardships. Many Cajun families were torn apart, their sons and fathers sent off to fight in distant lands. The community mourned its losses, but also celebrated its heroes, those who returned and those who made the ultimate sacrifice. The war years were a time of change and growth for the Cajun community. Through it all, the Cajuns demonstrated resilience and adaptability, traits that have defined them throughout their history. And as we'll see in our next segment, these traits continue to shape the Cajun community in the modern era. Today, Cajun culture continues to thrive, both in Louisiana and around the world. The Cajun spirit, marked by joie de vivre, resilience, and a deep-rooted connection to the land, is very much alive and celebrated. In the heart of Louisiana, the Cajun way of life is an irresistible blend of the old and the new. Traditional Cajun music, with its lively fiddles and accordions, is still a cornerstone of local festivals, and yet it has also evolved to incorporate contemporary sounds, captivating audiences far beyond the bayous. Cajun cuisine, too, continues to tantalize taste buds globally. From gumbo to jambalaya, the rich, hearty flavors of Cajun cooking have found their way into kitchens around the world, each dish a testament to the Cajuns' resourcefulness and love for good food. But it's not just music and food that keep the Cajun spirit alive. Efforts to preserve the Cajun French language, once suppressed and stigmatized, have gained momentum. In Louisiana, immersion programs and classes are now available, introducing new generations to the unique patois, a mix of Old French, English, and Native American influences. Also, the Cajun traditions, deeply rooted in a respect for the land and the communal spirit, continue to be passed down from generation to generation. Whether it's the iconic crawfish boil, a testament to their camaraderie, or the Mardi Gras Courier, a raucous celebration of life, these traditions serve as a vibrant reminder of the Cajuns' enduring legacy. In essence, the Cajuns have not merely survived, they have thrived, adapting to the changing times while holding on to their distinctive cultural heritage. They've become ambassadors for a unique way of life, sharing their joie de vivre with the world, and reminding us all of the power of community and the importance of preserving our cultural identities. Cajun culture remains a vibrant part of Louisiana's identity, a testament to their resilience and adaptability. The story of the Cajuns is one of resilience, adaptation, and cultural preservation. Their tale begins in the 17th century, when they first settled in the French colony of Acadia, now modern-day Nova Scotia. Forced to leave their homes during the Great Upheaval, they journeyed thousands of miles to find a new home in the swamps and prairies of Louisiana. Through the centuries, the Cajuns have held tightly to their unique culture, enriched by a mix of French, Native American, African, and Spanish influences. Their contribution to the world of cuisine and music is undeniable. Gumbo, jambalaya, and crawfish etouffee are just a few of the mouth-watering dishes they've given us, while their lively zydeco music gets feet tapping and hearts racing. Their language, too, is a testament to their resilience. Cajun French, a vibrant dialect peppered with creative expressions, continues to be spoken today, despite efforts to suppress it in the past. And if you ever find yourself in Cajun country, don't be surprised if you come across last names like Boudreaux, Thibodeau, or Landry, a nod to their French roots. The Cajuns also have a notable presence in American history. During World War II, many served their country, their bilingual abilities proving invaluable in Europe. And in the present day, they continue to thrive, embodying a unique blend of old-world charm and modern vitality. Their story is a powerful reminder of how cultures can endure and flourish, even in the face of adversity. It teaches us that preserving one's heritage doesn't mean resisting change, but adapting to it and growing from it. It shows us the beauty of a diverse society, where every culture, every story, every individual contributes to a rich and vibrant tapestry. The Cajuns' rich history and culture serve as a reminder of the power of resilience and the beauty of diversity.